Hello and welcome to Tech Deals. Will it play? Rainbow Six Siege being played on the $99 Ryzen 3 2200G 4-core 4-thread CPU with a built-in VEGA 8 iGPU. 2 GB of VRAM is set in the BIOS and we're playing at 1080p low detail preset. I do have 16 GB of RAM installed on this machine, but it doesn't matter. We're not actually using that much. 8 GB would be fine. So if your question is, how would 8 perform? The same. It would make no difference. Now, if you look at the real-time performance numbers in the upper left-hand corner of the screen provided by MSI Afterburner, you can see we have a fairly good frame rate. Now, this is the beginning of the mission here where you're driving around trying to find the enemies and everything going on, but we are above 60 frames per second. Take a look at the usage. The CPU is nearly fully utilized and the graphics card is completely utilized. You can also see our VRAM usage is just 1.3 GB, so the 2 GB allocated is plenty, but 1 wouldn't be quite enough. Now, before we go any further, please check the links down in the video description below. This is one of many Will It Play videos, not just tested on this, but a variety of other hardware configurations and many different games. Many of the videos are short and sweet, just 3 or 4 minutes long. Some are longer with multiple runs and multiple resolutions and or detail settings. The idea is to allow you to quickly browse to the list and find what you're looking for, the games or the hardware configurations that you're most interested, so you can get the information and get on with your purchasing decisions. Speaking of which, there will be a variety of links to both the Ryzen APUs down there as well as graphics cards which perform similar to these to Amazon and Newegg. Those are affiliate links. They do support the channel. If you like my videos, please use those when shopping. It does make a difference. I did play several rounds, both as attackers and as defenders, and needless to say, the performance is very, very nice. The chart you're going to see in just a minute is actually an average of the results from one attacker round and one defender round. The idea is there any difference between inside and outside attacking and defending? So I simply took 2 different runs. I started and stopped the benchmark between the two because the loading screen is fixed at 60 and thus would affect the numbers. In any case, what you're about to see here basically is what you're watching right now. The difference is pretty minor overall. But if you want to play Rainbow Six Siege, if you want to play it at 1080p and you're okay with low detail preset, then you will absolutely be happy with a $99 Ryzen 3 2200G. Now, if you do want a bit better performance, but you want to go with one of the Ryzen APUs, certainly you could go with the Ryzen 5 2400G. Now, you don't really need the hyper-threading for this game at this detail setting. It'll help at times, but the 4 cores is generally enough. The VEGA 11 graphics and the higher clock speed that comes with it will provide a higher frame rate. Will it do 100 frames per second? Probably not. It'll probably get close, however, and I will test that when I do my full suite of tests with the Ryzen 5 2400G. If you want to perhaps run at 60 frames per second medium, yes, you probably then want the 2400G instead of the 2200G. But overall, considering how popular this game is, AMD, I think, has hit this out of the park. For a $99 CPU that includes integrated graphics that produce these results, you don't need a dedicated add-in graphics card. This thing gets 2 thumbs up. Moving on to the benchmark chart, we had an average frame rate between the 2 runs of 65 frames per second, a 1% low of 55, and a 0.1% low of 48. It was extremely stable in terms of performance. No stutters, no jittery. The camera, the control, the mouse movements, the character movements were all extremely fluid, and there was no delay between trying to move the character and actually having the character move. This was exceptional performance and totally playable. I have no problem recommending this APU for this game at this detail level. Like this video if you like it, share it with your friends if you loved it. Remember to subscribe to my channel with that big huge red button directly below. Questions and comments below the video, please check the video description. The full Will It Play list video is down there. The links to Amazon and Newegg are down there. I would greatly appreciate it if you would do so. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.